Hey, I hope everybody's having a great week so far. We've been talking about leadership and the importance of being a good leader and some of the qualities that go into being a leader. And remember, one of the things that we discussed at the very beginning of this several weeks ago was number one, that all of us are leaders because in some way, shape, or form, as followers of Jesus Christ, we have other people looking to us as an example, and they are following our example. Another thing that we discovered was that leadership isn't just a natural thing. Even though there are natural born leaders, leadership can be learned, as Dwight Eisenhower said. And we talked about some of the qualities of being a leader. One of those being that a leader is a consistent, constant learner. They're always growing. They're always learning. A leader is someone who sets an example. A leader is somebody who is the thermostat in a situation, especially if that situation is a tense and highly controversial or emotional situation. A leader is someone who is a person of honor, and they follow a code of honor in their life. They also know their purpose in life. They know their mission. They know that what they are gifted to do. They know what they are called to do. They know the assignment, the place they are called to do and fulfill that mission in and accomplish that ultimate purpose. And a leader is someone who perseveres, someone who hangs in there, doesn't quit, and does not give up, but sees something through all the way until the end. Now today I want to speak very briefly on the fact that another quality of being a good leader is a good leader takes responsibility for their actions and the consequences of those actions and the impact of those actions upon other people. There's a lot of people today who don't like taking responsibility for their life and for the decisions that they make. They're not going to make very good leaders, but a good leader is going to take responsibility for their actions. It's kind of like the old saying on the president's desk, the buck stops here. No blame game. I can't blame anybody else. I'm not going to be a victim. I'm not going to take a victim mentality. Poor me. Everything's against me, because of, how I was raised or where I was raised or my terrible experiences in life. A leader does not take a victim mentality. A leader does not play the blame game. They take responsibility, especially when bad choices are made by them. And leaders do make bad choices. They own up to them. They do not deny them. Someone says, if you self-justify your mistakes, you distort reality and it becomes like a domino effect. You don't sit there and just try to justify the mistake you made and why, that's because of this. Or if only this had happened or if only that happened. No, just own up to the fact that you made a mistake. You made a bad choice. And maybe that bad choice had a negative impact on other people. But nonetheless, a good leader is going to own up to that. And when you own up to your mistakes, you keep small problems from becoming bigger ones. When you keep denying responsibility for the choice that you made, it's like a snowball effect. And that snowball going down the mountain just gets bigger and bigger and bigger until you have a major avalanche on your hands that's not going to only negatively impact your life, but it's going to negatively impact the lives of the people you are trying to lead because you failed to take responsibility for your bad decisions. Responsibility will allow you to learn from your mistakes and then grow. None of us are going to be perfect. There's only one perfect person, and that's Jesus Christ. And obviously we are following him as his disciples. And we want to make good decisions based on his leadership, but sometimes we will make bad choices. And when we do and we own up to them, we learn from that. God is able to take all things and work them together for our good. Even the bad decisions that we make in life. He knows about those things and he is able to weave those things into the beautiful poem of our life, into the quilt of our life, and take the pieces that we think are rotten and terrible and would not be reflecting any kind of beauty and make it something beautiful in our life. Another thing, when you own up to your mistakes and you take responsibility for them, you earn other people's respect. That's right. Nothing causes people to lose respect for a leader than when that leader wants to blame somebody else in their group. And they want to blame it on something else rather when everybody knows that was their fault. They made the bad choice. But a good leader, when they take responsibility for the decisions they make, and again, it's easy to take responsibility when we make decisions that are great and everybody says, yeah, that's wonderful. But when the decisions are bad and they have a negative impact, it's real hard to own up to them. But when you do, you earn people's respect. And then taking responsibility allows us to shape the direction of our lives by our decision and our actions. And it helps us in making decisions. We get more confidence. We're able to learn. We have greater discipline. We're able to deal with stress and challenges when we're willing to be a person who takes responsibility for their life and for the decisions that we make. Again, when we fail to take responsibility, it leads to having a victim mentality. And look at our society today. Look at all around us today. People are taking a victim mentality. And look at the chaos. Look at the upheaval. Look at the division, the strife, the anger, the hate that is being spread because of a victim mentality in so many people's minds, rather than people. And I'm not just talking about one group. I'm talking about groups all across the spectrum in every area of life who are failing to take responsibility for bad decisions they've made and the negative impact those bad decisions are having upon other people. Don't play the victim. Thomas Carlyle said, the greatest of faults, I should say, is to be conscious of none. Think about that. The greatest of faults, I say, is to be conscious of none. A person looks at themselves, hey, I don't have any faults. I don't have any problems. I don't make mistakes. I've not blown it. I've not fallen. It's not my fault. No, that's the greatest of all faults. So be a good leader today. Take responsibility for your life and for your actions, and watch the positive impact that will have on others all around you.